Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, welcome everyone for the Kartik special program. Vandeham Sri Guruvaram Sri Rupanugapravaram Brajarasarasikam Narayanam Tam Prapannam Sri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Prestaya Bhutale Rupanugabhaktidam Chakrupamurti Narayanam Seva Kunje Braje Ramye Govardhana Girau Sada Radha Kunde Rasanande Tadat Seva Pradayakam Gurum Narayanakyam Tam Vande Vinoda Preshtakam Yadpadasmiti Matrena Damodara Prasidati Narayanam Prabhum Vande Karuna Gana Vikraham Ragamarga Bhaktim Tattva Tarayati Tribhuvanam Gaurahari Param Preshta Nityananda Abhinnaka Sri Gaura Narayana Bhakta Bandhava Priya Sevakam Narayanam Gurum Vande Sharanyam Bhakta Bandhavam Gauramano Bhishtam Purnam Radha Dasyam Pradayakam Rupanugacharya Varyam Rupamanjari Preshtakam Padita Pavana Bandhava Yugacharya Narayanam Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Sakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Humble pranams to all the assembled devotees, Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So we will continue where we actually left last week. So last week, so we are still doing the verse number 3 of this Damodarashtakam. So verse number 3 is Idi Drikshvalilabir Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajandam Akyapayandam Tadiyeshitajneshu Bhaktirjitatvam Puna Prematastam Satavriti Vande. So we are actually stuck in that, just first line itself actually is kind of Idi Driksva Leela Bir Ananda Kunde, relishing your childhood Leelas like this Damodara Leela, you plunge your bhaktas in deep oceans of bliss. You are subdued only by love, not by opulence. So again and again, O Lord, I bow down to you. Okay, so now we will continue from where we left off. So we actually in Damodarashtakam book that we are actually using reading the book of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, that is page number 65 somewhere there. We actually just ended that in the last class. So we will continue from where we left. So there, what we really saw that was, every day Sri Krishna would perform beautiful, sweet pastimes. Every day. Like these, what we are actually, this Damodarashtakam, Damodara Leela that we are talking about. And all the Leelas immerse the residents of Braja in ocean of bliss. So there are those who know him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the controller of others. They know him as the possessor of all potencies, as the causeless original cause of all other causes, as a supreme being who has no equal, what to speak of a superior, and as he who makes the impossible possible. Yet by these pastimes, he is showering. He's really actually showing such knowledgeable personalities that he can only be controlled by bhakti. So this is the message to those who really worship Bhagavan in Aishwarya Baba. In Aishwarya Baba, they don't have Braja Bhakti. So in Golaka Vrindavan, Braja Bhakti is predominant. Madhurya is predominant. It covers all these opulence. Opulence is there. It is the opulence in Golaka Vrindavan is higher than even Vaikunta. The opulence in Golaka Vrindavan is even higher than in Vaikunta. But it won't be visible. It won't be really real. Nobody will care because it is dominated by Madhurya Bhava. Because in Madhurya Bhava, there the devotees actually control. Devotees control him. What kind of bhakti can control him? See, now it's very, very, very difficult to understand sometimes. See, we are talking about 4 Kumaras, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Narada Muni, Uddhava, all the Yadavas, as well as many others, all have some form of bhakti. But their bhakti can never control Krishna. Aishwarya Sthila Preme Nahi Mora Prita. So Krishna says, I am not pleased by love that is weakened by awe and reverence. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, third chapter, 16th verse. He says, Aishwarya Sthila Preme Nahi Mora Prita. So devotees who have reverential love, like worshipping Lord Narayana, or any other form, Vishnu form of Krishna, they cannot really have any control. So that's why he says, I am not pleased by that kind of love. So devotees who have reverential love for Krishna stand before him and with folded hands, they offer prayers. But on the other hand, if someone loves him with a mood similar to one of the Brajavasis, like Subala, Sridama, Madhumangala, Mother Yashoda, Nanda Baba, or above all, one of the Braja Gopis, then Krishna will be under control. But again, even in the case of Mother Yashoda, Krishna is not in full control, like those of Braja Gopis. This is something we are going to read further. And Krishna says that all the Samavedas and all the Vedas and all these wonderful prayers that one is reciting for in the mood of Vaiti Bhakti, in the mood of the Vaiti Bhakti, that kind of bhava, it's not going to satisfy him at all. But compared to even the scoldings by the Brajavasis, Braja Gopis sometimes scold. You say you are Lampata. Don't even come here. You cannot come here. So they even say harsh words. But that is Amrit for Krishna. Compared to all the Samavedas, all recited in by with so much of big Panditas in the mood of Bhakti Bhakti. No, he will not hear. Even what that matter, even in the Brahma Vimohana, Lord Brahma was offering so much of prayers, which is a complete chapter in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Beautiful. It's so wonderful. But did Krishna really listen to that with attention? No, he did not listen to that with that attention. He was just looking somewhere else. But Brahma was giving these prayers. But he was looking somewhere else. He was thinking about he's going to meet with the gopis and all those and have, these all the gopas, and that's what he was seeing. So these are the ones, all the prayers are having no effect on Krishna when it is offered in a Vaiti Bhakti Bhava. So Brajavasis are the supreme. Even they scold. Because why? Oh, they have the topmost love and affection for Krishna. Because they have given everything out. Everything. Completely. Even Krishna, could not be really, do anything like that. Not even coming near to the devotion that the gopis have for Krishna. So, if someone's devotion to Sri Krishna is like the devotion of Srimati Radhika's maid servants, then he can control Sri Krishna completely. Actually, there is a verse in this Sri Radha Kripa Kadaksha Savaraja, which we sing on this every day during this Kartik month. Ananga Ranga Mangala Prasanga Bangura Bruvam Savibramam Sasambramam Durkandabana Patanai Nirandaram Vasikrita Pratiti Nandane Kada Karisya Sigamam Kripa Kadaksha Bhajanam. O Sarveshwari, the mistress of all the controllers, O Radhika, on the stage of Amara sporting, in the course of an auspicious discussion, you express amazement by just curving your eyebrows like bows and then suddenly firing the arrows of your sidelong glance, piercing the son of Sri Nanda with Amara's delusion and bringing him under your perpetual control. He cannot even move a bit. When will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? So this is the situation. This is very, very high to understand. This is why this Radha Kripa Kadaksha Stavaraja is really so predominant for Gaudiyas, for us to relish. So this Kartika month, we really glorify Radharani and asking for this kind of merciful glance. But what about Sita? Sita Devi, the consort of Bhagavan Sri Rama, could she control? Could she control? Kind of she tried to control, but it really ended up in anartha only. Because, she really told Lord Ram, please, go and then get my, just bring that deer for me. But she was not in control at all. So, she could not control Sri Rama by her love. No. Sri Rama gave her up and sent her to the forest to live in exile. When just because some washerman told something. So, he was giving more importance to the Dharma rather than his own consort. Could Sri Krishna ever banish Srimati Radhika from his house in Nandagaon? Because every day Srimati Radhika is really going to Nandagaon to cook for Krishna. So Krishna will be always waiting for the darshan. Of course, it is not direct darshan, it's all indirect. And there you will be looking for just Radharani's one glance. Oh, then he becomes so happy. So then if Srimati Radharani did not show up or something, it never happened. But if that's the case, he will be so miserable, he will be ready to give up his life like that. So that kind of feeling he will have. Not like Lord Rama for just sending Sita Devi out of the palace and to live in the jungle. Krishna can never. Srimati Radharani does not even live in his house with him. So he becomes so nervous in her presence, and he could never ask her to leave his house. What to speak of banishing her from it forever? The reason he becomes so nervous around her is because he is always impassioned with her, with love for her. The love is ever refreshing. Because it's not like the ordinary, love and affection that we really see in this mundane world. That has nothing. That is useless. That has nothing. So this love that Krishna has for Radharani and Radharani has for Krishna, whose love is higher? What Radharani has for Krishna is higher. He cannot even pay the debt. No. He agreed. Agreed his position. No, he cannot pay. And Radharani is controlling in every way. Krishna is under full control. Even instructing her, because Radharani used to instruct, teach how to sing. And what will happen? Krishna is in fear of making any mistake. But sometimes he really makes mistakes just for the Leela. But again, that's another Leela that manifests because Mana is the controlling rope, the Ankusa that Radharani has. Priya ko nachavata sikavati pyari mana gumana laukti liye tari tarapata kunja bihari. While instructing her beloved in the art of dancing, this is about dancing now. This particular is about dancing. And Sri Radhika watches him with a cane, with a stick in his hand, ready to chastise him. What is that cane? That stick is her cane, that cane is her sulky, contrary mood, which causes the Sri Kunja Bihari to fear making any mistake. Kunja Bihari is a very unique and very sweet name of Krishna. Because depending on our mood and love and affection and how we really approach our Radha Krishna Yugala, we call him with various wonderful names. These are all Prema Nama. They are not the Gauna Nama. They are not the Mukhya Nama either. It is higher than Mukhya Nama, which is Prema Nama. Actually Mukhya Nama has primary and also then you have Prema Nama. Prema Nama is like Kunja Bihari, Radha Ramana, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, Radha Damodara. These are many people ask. Radha Damodara is because actually Yashoda only tried Krishna. Isn't it then how Radha is coming then there in picture? Damodara belongs to Mother Yashoda is that she was part of the Leela. So she was binding Krishna. So Damo means rope, Udara means the stomach, and so yes, he was bound by Yashoda. No. This is not how the Rasika Bhaktas really understand the real thing, what is with Krishna. Krishna was bound by Mother Yashoda out of love and affection, agreed. But she had to have a rope also. To even approach that, she had to have a rope. And she had to surrender to the Lord. He was calling Narayana, oh Narayana, please help me to bind my own child. I am not able to bind. Everybody is laughing. All the gopis are laughing here. They're saying that, it's not written on your head to really able to bind your own son. They're all clapping and saying, you cannot do that. It's not written in your head. But he was crying, it's really was crying. How because that was the case of some big, defame. See, just my own son who really came from me, I am not able to really tie. This is shame. Oh Lord, please help me to really bind this small boy, my son, so that he can, so that he can, I can teach him the lesson of what he did. But he needed a rope to start with. But eventually, yes, her love is there. But Mother Yashoda is also not in full control of Krishna. To some extent, yes, Mother Yashoda is controlling. But the perfect control comes. The superior control actually is only by Radharani. And she not only binds by, he does not need a rope. She binds Krishna just by her look. She can bind. Krishna is that's it. Motionlessly he will be controlled. That's it. It's like a big, big elephant, so strong and powerful. But just a small ankusha show that that's it. Oh, elephant just scared. This is the power of Radharani. So this Kunja Bihari, actually the Kunja Bihari is also the name of the temple of Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura near the Radha Kunda. It's a beautiful name, Kunja Bihari. And what will be doing? He will be trying to really see Radharani and meet gopis there. But if Radharani is in sulky mood, she will instruct the manjaris not to allow Krishna, that black snake, to really get in. So everything, they all manjari will be all guarding and Krishna comes. But the manjari said, no way, no, get out from here. Because Radharani is in mana, so she really told he is in jealous anger, and no, you cannot really get in. No, get lost. Go. Yeah, like that. And then what Krishna does? He just falls at the feet of the manjaris. Please allow me. I cannot really live without her. Please allow me. So who is great here? This is the thing now. And when Sri Radharani spontaneously becomes inflamed with mana, jealous anger, sometimes there may be some cause, sometimes there is no cause. So this is the thing. So many, I don't want to really go into so much of wonderful detail there, because I cannot really do that thing in that kind of class through here. So many wonderful things there. And then when she really goes into that kind of mana, what happens? He has to sing like we see in the Gita Govinda. What is it? Smaragarala kandanam mama sirasi mandanam dehi pada pallavam udaram. Oh my beloved, Cupid's powerful poison is devastating me. Please be merciful to me and place upon my head the cooling, tender petals of your lotus feet. You put your feet on my head. That is what our Gurudev's standard Seva Kunj. Seva is who is Seva Kunj? Who is doing Seva? Many people think, oh, Radharani is serving Krishna. No. Krishna is doing Seva to Radharani. You have to understand this correctly. It was painted from the heart of our Gurudev. That's what I worship every day. What to speak of bowing at the lotus feet of Sarveswari Sri Radha. Sri Krishna falls at the feet of Sri Rupa Manjari and Sri Rajamandari, because when they really, when his maid servants, when on the Swamini's order, when they really forbid Krishna to enter to Sri Radharani's Kunja, he begs them for permission to enter. He pleads with them and flatters them just to pacify them, just to see the position of Sri Radharani's maid servants. That is why our worshipful Sri Raghunath Das Goswami says, who is higher? The Manjaris are higher even. Higher to Krishna. Of course, all the way higher is Radharani. But Manjaris can really block Krishna. That is why Sri Raghunath Das Goswami is writing nicely. How is writing? Padabjayo तव विना वरदास्यं एव नान्यत् कदापि समये किल देवि याचे सख्यायते मम नमोऽस्तु नित्यं दास्यायते मम रसोऽस्तु satyam. O goddess, who is the goddess? You are capable of bestowing all benedictions. But I do not want anything other than service to your lotus feet. I offer my obeisances forever to Sakya, the mood of friendship. But the essence of my life, the real essence of my life is eternal service to you. And same thing again. Srila Prabhavananda Saraswati Thakur also is eternally, because he is the eternal identity of Sri Krishna's pastimes, is Tunga Vidya Saki, one of the Radharani's 8 principal Sakis. But he is also praying to attain the position of being Sri Radharani's maid servant. In the Sri Radha Rasa Sudha Nidhi, which we haven't started at all, it is there. Oh yeah, it is here. Yeah, this is all my personal collection. So this is the one. Sri Radha Rasa Sudha Nidhi. So there, he says, Yad Kingarishu Bahushak Bhalu Kakuvani Nityam Parasya Purushasya Sikandamaule Dasya Kada Rasanide Brishavanujayas Tadkeli Kunja Bhavananganam Marjanishyam. O daughter of Brishavanu Maharaj, ocean of rasa, that beautiful boy who wears a gracefully tilting peacock, because his peacock, he does not wear that straight like this. No, not like that. No, not like a perpendicular way. No. He really puts it in such a way that it is pointing to his left side. Why? Slightly pointing to the left side, like bowing down. Why he's putting, why the peacock? Because the peacock also wishes that way. Because the peacock is, what is it doing? It is bowing at the left side. Somebody is there at the left side of Krishna. Who is at the left side of Krishna? Radharani. So that which is there on the top of the head of Krishna is bowing down to at the lotus feet of Radharani. See, this is the glory of Radharani. So that beautiful boy who wears a gracefully tilting peacock feather in his hair is actually the original personality of Godhead. See that, who is that? That is the original personality of Godhead. But still, he is always falling at the feet of your maid servants and pitifully begging them with many humble words to gain entrance into your kunja, where the two of you engage in your playful loving pastimes. My life would be successful if I could even be one stick. In stick of what? Small stick. Remember when the coconut trees, they are all the leaves, big leaves. Every leaf, there'll be small leaves there, which they use in the broom. In the broom, they use there. So what is this Rajimanjari, who is Raghunath Das Goswami is really is begging for, is really wishing for? He is Rajimanjari, is begging for. Oh, I want to be just a stick in the broom your maid servants used to clean your delightful kunja. So Sri Krishna rises. When the gopis say, oh, you get up, Sri Krishna will get up. Oh, Krishna, you sit down. By their order, he will sit down. Chachitya parachaya parahariko nachaven. This is by Rasakana. Rasakana was a Muslim who then actually he got a darshan of Gokul, Krishna. And he wrote several poems, but the thing is, unfortunately, I don't know how to read Hindi. So it's in Hindi. I believe it's in Hindi. So he's saying, just to see the glories of these ladies of Braja, they make Sri Hari dance for a mere palmful of buttermilk. Look at how they control Krishna. No other kind of bhakti has the power to control Krishna in this way. Okay, I was just mentioning about Mother Yashoda a little bit. Yeah. She actually did also Damodara, just did the Damodara. He tied the rope around the belly of Krishna. So in the Damodara Leela, Yashoda is being taught a lot. But what did I say? No, Radhika, Mother Yashoda needed a rope to start with. She needed a rope, right? She had to use a rope to bind Krishna. Otherwise, he will run loose. But of course, even if she could not even do that without the help of Bhagavan. So that is why he said Narayana. Then Krishna gave that. So there are two things that the two fingers are, two angula. The short of one was the one's the one one's activities, like one's, and our own activity for getting Krishna. Then the other one is Krishna has to also bestow the mercy back. Then only that she could really do it. But here nothing like that. Radharani controls unconditionally. So Mother Yashoda may tell Krishna, Oh Kannaya, do not take the cows to graze in the forest. Don't do that. It is for birthday today. Don't go to this thing. Take a break. But Krishna will not follow her order. No. He will eagerly go there out to graze the cows. So he will say, no, I am not really listening to mother. Look at here. So what is in the forest that attracts him so much? Within the forest, he can meet the young Braja Gopis and play freely with them, especially with Sri Radhika. They meet together in secret places like Radhakunda, Surya Kunda, and Kushma Sarovar, all over the place. How can we really stop him? What kind of qualification that even Mother Yashoda has to really stop Krishna? He has only partial control, actually. So the amorous love that the young Braja Gopis have for Krishna is greater even than parental love for him. This we have to understand. Everybody is singing, praising Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda is great. No doubt about that. But nothing compared to Radharani's mood and love and affection. Because she gives everything. Mother Yashoda also may be able to give everything, but to some extent, because that love and affection also has a limit. But here Radharani's love and affection is limitless. That is why he really runs to the forest. In the guise of cow herding. Of course, there's all the cows and all the calves. Because until 5 years, he was actually herding only the calves. Whatever the reason he is actually going to the forest to really herd them is also to really satisfy their mood of this Vatsali Baba and the cows, that also mood of Vatsali Baba, and also Sakya is also there. They are to Vatsali and Sakya. Whenever the higher Baba is really being talked about, all the lower ones are automatically included in that. So we don't have to say that. So therefore, playing with the Gopas or grazing his cows is not the primary reason he takes the cows into the forest every day. You have to understand that. So, playing with the Gopas, he does that. Or grazing his cows, yes, he does that. That's not the primary reason of is taking cows into the forest every day. The main reason he enters the forest is to play with his dearmost gopis. That is why in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Matya Leela, it is said Sri Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami explains without the help of Radha's Sakis, Sri Krishna's amorous pastimes will never develop in someone's heart. See, this is important. It's not only Radharani, it's also with all the Sakis. Everybody together makes all these wonderful leelas. And that is how, so without their help, it's not even able to really enter into someone's heart. So that means all the Sakis are also very important. So that was the reason last time when we really went to the Vrindavan Parikrama, our focus was mainly to see the places of Ashtasakis. We could really do in a major way, even though there are a lot of problems there, but we could make quite a lot. So that should be our focus. Not going temple after temple after temple. He's not a templechari. Even though temples are important, but he's not a templechari. He's vanachari. So the pastimes in the groves of Vrindavana are extremely confidential. That is why in that Madhya Leela it says that Radha Krishnere Leela Yehi Ati Guda Tara Dasya Vatsalyadi Bhave Na Khaya Gochara. Because Krishna has loving servant, loving friends, and also Nanda Baba and Nanda Baba, Yashoda, Nanda Baba, like that. Also there are other elderly gopis and gopas. They also have love and affection. Parental affection is not just Yashoda or Nanda Baba, of which Yashoda is the highest. So what this verse saying is, Sri Radha Krishna's pastimes in the groves of Vrindavana are extremely confidential. Such pastimes are beyond, that word is beyond, they cannot, grasp up anyone in the mood of Sri Krishna's affectionate servant, affectionate friend, Gopas and all, or even affectionate parents, Yashoda, Nanda Baba. They cannot understand because Mother Yashoda has no idea. And also Nanda Baba, they have no idea about what Krishna is doing in the night, having wonderful pastimes with gopis, just in drenching in their love and affection. So only those gopis, the damsels of Braja, are qualified to see these pastimes. Sabe ek saki gane raigan adhikara saki khaite khaya yeili tara vistara. So who? Only the damsels of Braja, who are the gopis, are qualified to see these secret pastimes. And only they can make them expand into wonderful leelas. It's not damsel, but damsel is topmost damsel is Radharani, but damsels of Braja, they are also equally important there for all the leelas. Saki vina ye leela pushta nahi khaya saki leela vistariya saki ashvadaya. Only the Sakis are qualified to nourish these secret pastimes. And they take great pleasure in making them expand into so many wonderful, wonderful pastimes. Because they have different moods. So if you see Radharani is a combination of all the moods are there now. That's the topmost pinnacle of all the Madhurya. But then Madhurya Baba also, they have so many varieties. So he expands into 8 Ashtasakis. They themselves again expands into 108 and 108, like that it goes on. There are millions and millions of gopis. Actually, somebody was telling that in the big rasa dance that Krishna used to do, there were 300 million gopis were dancing or something like that. Something like that. But then every gopi has a unique mood. Because it's a combination. Combination of all these primary Babas. These primary Babas, when you really take, that's what we really did that in the what was the thing that we covered, that Remember all these 64 kinds
Bhajana
of...
Rahasya.
Huh?
Bhajana
Hidden
Rahasya and
path
Bhakti.
of devotion, Guruji.
Correct. There you go. Yes. Yeah, devotion. So,
Raghavartama Chandrika.
Raghavarta Chandrika, right, there you go. That's the hidden path of devotion. So there we see that we have seen only 64 of them. 64 different ways. But what is ultimate is, look at here, how many colors are there in this world? Unlimited. Millions of colors. Why? Just by mixing RGB, red, green and blue in suitable different combinations, you get different colors. Millions of colors. So these three things we can say kind of a moods. But here we are talking about there are so many 64 kinds of moods, which again it really expands into further detail by mixing different ways. So little bit of these, more of these, and less of these. Again another one. So every gopi is having a unique mixing of all these rasas, these moods. So that is why these gopis, they can relish, because depending on what mood they are in, and with Krishna they will be exhibiting that mood, and Krishna relishes. Actually, who is the enjoyer? Enjoyer is only Krishna. Enjoyer is Krishna only. So look at here, how many varieties of enjoyment that Krishna is. He is a real enjoyer. But unfortunately, we also thought that, we can also get some enjoyment, and then of course we cannot enjoy there. We are all anuchit, and we came down here looking for the Maya to really enjoy, and then we got into the miserable condition. And unnecessarily we have really put our own head into the mouth of this big roaring lion, and we are stuck. This is the situation now there. Birth, disease, old age, death, these things going again and again, we are only suffering. What enjoyment? Alpa, that's not enjoyment. So now here we are talking about the enjoyment of Krishna, who is the only enjoyer. He is a supreme enjoyer, and also who enjoyed. So enjoyed is also enjoying. That enjoyed is these gopis, Brajaramanis. So only these damsels of Braja are qualified to nourish these secret pastimes, and they take great pleasure in making them expand, because this is something that only they can. What is the meaning of that? Why only they can really enjoy that? All the secret is, it is kind of different kinds of electric shocks, different kinds of electric shock. Unless you really get the electric shock, how will you know? Suppose somebody is explaining to you how electric shock that he got, maybe a soft one or a hard one or a mild one or whatever, how will you understand? It's like again drinking the honey. How will you? Just by reading the properties, what the contents, sucrose content this much, and this fiber content this one, this blah blah blah, and then you really talk about greatness, about all the sweetness, this everything. But what is the use? We cannot understand. That is why our focus, our Gurudev, who really came to that, is not to really read, but to really hear from these devotees who are engaged in these kind of Rasika Leelas, Rasika mood. From their lotus mouth, we should be able to hear. That's our Gurudev. Our Gurudev is telling so many Harikathas about this. Then we may be able to, eventually one day we may be able to, but not by ourselves. By ourselves it is just impossible. So that is why this one is coming. Saki vina ye leelaye anyera nahi gati. Saki bhave ye tanre kare anugati. Radha Krishna kunja seva satya sei paya. Sei satya paite aranahi ko upaya. No one can see or no one can participate in these pastimes without the help of the young Braja Gopis. Only those fortunate souls who follow in their footsteps by adopting their exalted mood of amorous love for Krishna will attain the ultimate goal of directly serving Sri Radha Krishna in the kunjas of Vrindavana. So without the help of Brajagopis, it's impossible. There is no other way to obtain this. So this is the way. And everybody wants to really to enjoy whatever the enjoyment they are looking for. Most of the time the enjoyment is this material miserable. That's not the enjoyment. Worst kind. But everybody wants to have a darshan. That is enjoyment of Krishna. That is enjoyment. Even to get a darshan, you look at just the darshan of Krishna. Of course, that also has different various levels, degrees of manifestation that it really shows to the devotees, depending on their qualification, how much their begging bowl is. And now, one day, Mahadev Shiva, Lord Shiva, the chief of all the demigods, he set off to see his supremely worshipable Lord who had just appeared in Braja. Arriving at the gate of Nanda Maharaja's home, he was singing loudly, Alakka Niranjana, Alakka Niranjana, Alakka Niranjana, by playing his damburu. Dum, 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 dum. There's a damburu, a kind of hand drum. Oh, Mother Yashoda heard this and then came to the door when she heard him singing this Alakka Niranjana, Alakka Niranjana. Then, but when he saw, when Mother Yashoda saw Lord Shiva, because he looked unusual, she got so afraid. Because Lord Shiva was wearing robes of tiger skins and a garland of human skulls, because he resides in the Mayana, these cremation grounds. And dangerous serpents were on his hands, on his neck, and also even on the feet. They are all hanging around and they are circling there. And he held a tall, fearful trident, very fearful trident by his side. His body was made from head to toe with ashes from the cremation ground. And he thoroughly matted hair. The hair was completely all matted. Look, so ancient and very like a dreadful look. And by the time, also nearby his carrier Nandi. Nandi also came. That was how he really came here, and then now he's approaching, Mother Yashoda. That massive bull accompanied him. So seeing this terrible looking yogi was approaching her, accompanied by this Nandi, Yashoda became utterly terrified. So he asked, do you want some alms? You want some bhiksha? Bhiksha, just wait here. I'll bring something for you. No, just wait here. Don't come inside. Don't come near. Keep there. And Mahadeva Sankara replied, Oh mother, I have walked so far to come from, or I came so far from my home in Kailash, just to show me your baby. I just want to see your darling child. I do not want any alms. Then Mother Yashoda, he said, okay, you just get whatever I am giving you to eat or drink and whatever you like, and then get out of this place. Do not play your damru like this. No, stop it. My child is sleeping there. He may get awakened. Then Lord Shiva said, Oh innocent mother, I do not want any these grains and flowers or beans or silk cloths or bags, or I don't want anything to eat or drink. No, nothing, nor to wear any cloth or nothing. I don't want anything. I have come to see your darling son just once. This is the only donation I need. Mother Yashoda hesitated and then said to him, Look at here. I am an adult, yet your appearance terrifies me. Even though I am old, I am grown up, I am an adult. You look terrible. Really, it terrifies me. My darling boy is so young. He will become too afraid if he sees your form like this. I will not show him to you. No. And she closed the door and went. But the Shankara was sitting there because he wanted to have this. Then Krishna came to know that Lord Shiva has really come to see because Shambho, Vaishnavanam yada Shambhu, oh my first Vaishnava, first devotee, he wants to get a darshan of me. So he started crying and crying and crying and crying. Then some old lady came inside the house and saying, why he's crying and why he's crying? And but Lord Shiva, then she did not want to go out of that. He was waiting for the baby to be shown, but he was wandering here and there. He sat in some place, and finally this cry of Krishna was really so. That was a big leela. That leela, everybody was really afraid. What is going on? What is going on? Then the old lady came and he asked, did you by any chance insult any sadhus or anything? Otherwise, there is no reason. Something must have happened. What did you do? Then Mother Yashoda was describing about the event where one old in a very terrifying looking sadhu came for darshan of the baby. Oh, that is it. You have to show your baby to that sadhu. But where is the sadhu? He was really roaming around, and then finally they all went there, and then finally he really got hold of him and he really brought. He came there, and then Mother Yashoda very fearfully, very carefully, you really, all right, I am going to, she really put some black cloths around Krishna. Why? Because she knew by putting black cloths, any evil spell or anything coming from anyone else, it will be absorbed by this black cloth. Look at her, how careful he is, just to protect that small innocent boy, who is the only protection for everybody in this whole all the creation. Mother Yashoda is trying to protect him as a small baby. And as soon as Lord Shiva came here, then Krishna then he was happy. He stopped crying, and he was happy, and then laughing and laughing. Then he really got the baby like this, as I said, covered with the black cloth, and then then he really got the glimpse of, but again not directly. He said, no, don't look directly on my baby. He put a bail of water there, just a bail of water. Through the reflection you see. Don't look at straight away, because then he will get the evil eye. No, don't do that. So like that, then he got a darshan like this. Then he told Lord Shankara also. So, oh yes, now he is so happy because Krishna stopped crying. By seeing Mahadev, he was so happy. Then Mahadeva told, oh mother, I will light a ceremonial fire and stay nearby. Because actually if you go to Gokul, just in front of that palace where he was crawling there, he appeared and was crawling there. There is a Shiva temple there. That is the place he really sat. Oh mother, I will light a ceremonial fire and stay nearby. If ever your beloved, your boy could fall or prey to any evil, I will actually protect me. Don't worry. I will, just call me. I am at your service. I will chant mantras and ward off any evil effects with mustard seeds and salt, and he will be restored through health. Don't worry. Thereafter, whenever Krishna would cry, Mother Yashoda will be meditating on Lord Shiva, call the yogi from his dwelling. Yogi chalo nanda bhavana mein, Yashomati maiya tunhen bulave, वाके लाला को नजर लगी है तई पई राई नून करवाने वेन रख रख योगी नंद भवन में ब्रज में बास सदा तू की जो सब जबो बाको लाला रोवे तब तब दर्शना दिजो. Yogi, come to Nanda Bhavana. Krishna's devoted mother Yashoda Maya is calling you. Her dear son has come under an evil eye. Ward off its evil effect with mustard and salt. Oh, Yogi, stay here, Yogi. Just to stay here in Nandabhavana. Please live in Braja forever. Whenever her darling son cries, come and give him your darshana, and he will immediately stop the crying and he will start so happy and he will be laughing and smiling. Thus, the life of that yogi, who is that yogi? Lord Shiva, became successful. With that, we will conclude for today. Vancha kalpa tarupchecha kripa sindhupya evacha paditanam bhavanepyo vaishnavepyo namo namaha. All glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to our Guru Varga, and all glories to assembled devotees here. And thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So,
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Yes, ma. Yeah, yes,
Guruji.
yes.
Guruji, I have one doubt, Guruji.
Okay, sure.
Manjaris are expanded from Gopi